All right, there's a look at ground zero of the tower that is going up right at the spot where the World Trade Centers once stood. We also found downtown CNBC's Mark Haynes live at the New York Stock Exchange. Mark.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And a good morning it is.
Give us a sense of, I was wondering if he was chewing gum. I don't think he is. How are markets reacting to everything that's going on?
I could chew some gum if you want me to.
No, it's okay. It's good.
So far, we're looking at a very muted reaction. Right after the news broke, futures and things like that jumped, but have since backed down a bit. The futures are indicating a positive open, I don't know, maybe 50 points on the Dow. But, of course, there's no way of knowing whether that would have happened regardless of the news out of Pakistan. I think we can link oil pretty solidly to the news, and oil is down $1.50. Which is, what is that? That's about 1%. And gold also down, but not by much, about $4.50, which isn't much when you're at $15.50. So on the whole, we are seeing a positive but muted reaction in the financial world to the news. I want to read you a statement which those of us here on Wall Street regard as very important. Howard Lutnick is chairman and CEO of Cantor Fitzgerald, a firm that was virtually wiped out in the 9/11 attack. And he says it's been a long and painful 10 years since the worst attack in America's history. Now no other families will suffer the way that so many families have from his hand. On behalf of all of those who perished, our heartfelt thanks to the military and intelligence community. Sorry. It's kind of an emotional day down here on Wall Street as well, because, of course, we took the brunt of that attack. But the market's quiet, but upbeat.
Mark,
Thank you.
It's Donnie. I'm a little surprised. You know, obviously, you know better than anybody that uncertainty is what drives the markets. And so the initial instinct would be, okay, we should have a huge pop. Is this maybe, and Mika's touched on this a few times, is the market muted, which basically is almost a negative response, given what you would think would be, maybe because they're concerned about the retaliation out of this, and in a strange way, him nowhere out there was a calm, if you will, and is that what this muted response is?
I guess that's possible. You know, the problem is, as I said before, with the futures up 7 points, there's no way to know what would have happened on the markets this morning if bin Laden had not been killed last night. For all I know, gold might have been down $5 anyway. Oil might have been down $1.50 anyway. So I personally don't think the markets are that impacted one way or another, and I don't think they're any more concerned about retaliation from Islamic extremists than we would have been without the death of bin Laden. So personally, my view is the markets are all about money. And while bin Laden was obviously a very important figure, really not that important from a financial standpoint.
But this morning on Wall Street, just like after the days after 9/11, I would guess, Mark, as you read that statement from Cantor Fitzgerald, it ain't about money this morning in the hearts and minds of a lot of people like you that have worked down there every day for a very long time. This is the closing of a terrible, terrible chapter in the history of Wall Street. But regardless of how the markets close today, there are a lot of people down there who in the short term just aren't going to give a damn because something really great happened for a lot of people like you. You get to close the book on this beast that killed a lot of your friends.
It is. I'll be honest. I'm tearing up about this, but it's a great day.
Thank you for your time, Mark.
Mark Haynes.
Thank you, Mark. We'll be right back.